Hello, my amazing people. So, today I came up with a new topic that is wealth through stock markets. I'm sure this should be an exciting topic for everybody because you might be looking for gains in stock markets, right? Or you might have undergone losses because of stock markets. Why? Because stock markets are basically very volatile in nature. Okay, so the nature of stock market, the market or industry itself is very volatile. So it is very tough for astrologers also to predict whether you can able to gain wealth in Vedic astrology. Yes, I'm telling you the true fact. So it is very tough for any astrologer to predict whether you can able to gain success in stock markets. I would say it is difficult, but I never said that it is very easy, right? So what it means is basically it is not impossible to check whether you can make success through stock market via Vedic astrology. We have certain prediction, we have certain combinations wherein which general combination I would say. So if at all you have these general combinations, there might be a chances that you can get success through stock markets. But depending upon your planetary alignment, depending upon what nakshatra your planets are sitting, depending upon your Navamsha chart, depending upon your yogas, your good yogas and bad yogas, and depending upon the planetary alignment conjunction with Rahu and Ketu, all these things constitutes you all these things constitutes for the success or losses in Vedic in stock markets. All right. So for that, your individual chart has to be checked. It is not something that if at all I say certain combination, if you have that combination, it will be applicable for not. No, I have to see your birth chart from 1,000 angles. From the 1,000 angles perspective, I have to see your birth chart and have to give the exact prediction that is applicable for you. So that is the main reason I always urge people to book for the consultations so that I can able to provide you the complete analysis related to that so that you know what's happening in your life. You know where exactly you're supposed to be careful. You know where exactly my recommendations would be helping it to you. This is all happens whenever you book for consultations with the known astrologer, all right, and who is expert in his knowledge. You can see any of my videos. I have given a lot of secrets related to Vedic astrology, and this topic is also very easy for me to crack because I have very good knowledge on Vedic astrology. Okay, so let's get into the Vedic astrology knowledge. So basically, the fifth house and ninth house talks about stock market. Okay, ninth house and fifth house talks about stock market. Some people even argue that fourth house also talks about stock market volatile or volatilization. Okay, anyhow, but what I would say is fifth house and ninth house should be stronger. Your fifth house and ninth house should be free from the malefics. There should not be any kind of conjunction or nakshatras of Saturn, Rahu and Ketu. If at all your fifth house lord or ninth house lord is Saturn or Rahu or Ketu, then there is a very high chances that you might not get success through stock markets. There should be a benefit planetary alignment in your fifth house, ninth house, and 11th house also. Okay, 11th house talks about incoming gains, incoming. So basically, fifth house lord and the ninth house lord sitting in the 11th house, and if at all those planets are benefit planets like Venus, Jupiter, and Mercury. Okay, these three planets were seated in your fifth house or ninth house and the 11th house. Then there may be a chance that you might get money through stock markets. All right, and also disclaimer: I have to see your birth chart to come into conclusion whether you can make you can make wealth through stock markets. Okay. And another point I would like to tell you is if at all fifth house lord or ninth house lord or 11th house lord is sitting in the 6th house, 8th house, and 12th house, then there is a strong indication that you might undergo losses through stock markets because 5th house, 9th house, and talks about stock markets, and 6th house, 8th house, 12th house talks about obstacles, losses, and expenses. Then you might undergo. So, if at all 5th house lord or 9th house lord is sitting in the 6th house, 8th house, and 12th house, you might undergo losses without any doubt. So, and also if at all you have, let me tell you, when you get a strong combination with regards to stock markets, if at all you have strong Rahu in your horoscope, especially the 8th house, if you have Rahu, and this Rahu is free from benefics, okay, then let's say you have 8th house Rahu or 12th house Rahu or 6th house Rahu, and Saturn is not watching your Rahu, then you might you might get sudden wealth from different sources. It may be from stock markets, it can be from your ancestral property. The money will be coming just like sudden. And also, if at all you have Chandra Mangala Yoga in your horoscope, if let's say Moon plus Mars combination, you have it in the 5th house or 9th house, then there is a strong indication that you might get gains through stock markets. Provided Rahu, Ketu, Saturn should not be watching Moon and Mars, then only this Chandra Mangala Yoga is applicable. Okay, if at all you have strong Jupiter, strong Mercury, strong Venus, and strong Saturn in your birth chart, especially in the 5th house, 9th house, 11th house, and 2nd house, then there might be a chances that you might undergo gains through stock markets. So there are different combinations we need to actually check, and also the placement of Moon also has to be checked. Why? Because Moon represents your mind. So the decisions that you take from your mind is determined by the placement of Moon in your birth chart. If Moon is sitting in a very bad state, then you might undergo losses through stock market, because that Moon will make you to invest in those stock markets which you won't get gains. So that's why placement of Moon is also matters. And the Dhana Karakas such as the wealth Karakas such as Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, and Mercury has to be stronger in your birth chart, especially Jupiter, because Jupiter talks about fortune. The planet of fortune is considered as Jupiter, and Venus is the Karaka for wealth, your financial stability. All these things can be seen from the placement of Venus. And most importantly, your D9 chart has to be checked. Your D9 chart, 5th house, 9th house, and 11th house has to be strongly, deeply analyzed. What kind of nakshatra the planet is sitting, which zodiac sign the 5th house and 9th house lords are sitting. Okay, what kind of aspects your 5th house lord and 9th house lord is receiving. Okay, and which are the planets sitting in the 6th house, 8th house, and 12th house. Whether these 6th house, 8th house, and 12th house lords have any relationship with the 5th house and 9th house. All those things has to be checked. Okay, these are very 1% of knowledge on stock markets. I'm just telecasting in this video. There is a lot to talk about stock markets. I can talk for an hour actually. Okay, so we have time constants as well. So this is just a short bite. I would like to explain you in terms of certain combinations related to Vedic astrology. So most importantly, I need to see your birth chart to come into a conclusion whether that you can make money through stock markets or not. Okay, for that you got to book the consultation so that I can help you with the analysis which is pertaining to your birth chart. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'll be adding more and more videos like this, and I'm here to help you with the knowledge of Vedic astrology. And thank you so much for watching this video, and have a nice day. Bye for now.